nothing to do with what happened in Abuja yesterday. That's for Abuja. What we're discussing is what concerns us locally here in Rivers State. And we understand, or you remember, that the people in Oyigbo had wanted to embark on a protest with regards to the flood situation there and the response that they haven't gotten from the government, and they think that more urgency should have been applied in trying to tackle the problem, at least to alleviate the plight of people to a certain degree, but that wasn't forthcoming. However, upon the announcement of that planned protest, the flood committee led by the deputy governor of the state stepped in and said there were already plans in motion to see that relief materials got to Oyigbo as well, alongside several other local governments. I think Obiakpo was also one of them, which then, calmed the nerves of the residents who were planning that protest. In the studio, I have a stakeholder for Oyigbo and a resident there with me in the studio. He's also a political affairs analyst, but today is development we are talking about. Please, let's make welcome Mr. Victor Okpute. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you, my man, Chief Andrew, and thank you, Rivers people, our very distinguished listeners.
I am not a chief.
Now, me, they give you the title.
I know they collect, I dodge them.
Okay, you does that one.
Before they ask me, who are you?
Okay.
I cannot say I'm a chief.
You are a chief in this business, this particular business.
Chief by practice.
Good to see you, sir.
All right, pleasure is mine. Good to have you in the studio. Anyway, let's start from why was there the plan to go on a protest? Because some people were not satisfied or happy with the idea that people wanted to go on protest because of the situation, the flood.
Thank you very much. It's important we feel the pulse of the ordinary people. We feel the plight of those who feel abandoned, rejected, and excluded from happenings within government especially. A lot of time as members of a civil society group, we carry the burdens of the people. We carry the stories of the people. So they don't tell it in a way that will offend the system. So they don't react in a way that their actions or inactions can create public disorder. So the protest alarm you got was the public perception of Oyibo people who have been ravaged by flood, and flood have sacked them from their home. They felt government has not done enough to come and see how they are doing, because during the election, government run those roads to go and sensitize them to vote candidates of their choice, But when they have disasters that are this natural, those in government are expected to go and see them, probably to give them succor, give them hope that government is doing something towards ameliorating their plight, their suffering. So the protest you had was a benchmark, a perception, the decision of those who feel they were shortchanged. Because they have been hearing on radio the activities of the State Management Control and Prevention Committee for Flood, set up by the state governor, led by the deputy governor of the state. They are working. Nobody said they are not working, but in some other areas. So this flood protest... So
this protest was supposed to be targeted at them or the state government or the flood committee?
It was to register their displeasure to the
state governor. Okay.
Who is the father of the state.
Okay.
Who ordinarily they are expecting that the governor should come and see how they are suffering. Because this place, there is no overflow of river anywhere, no river close to these places. And the number of communities affected are huge. So
if there is no river flow, what would you say causes the flooding? Is it a development problem? A construction problem?
Oyibo is a metropolitan community, densely populated, with people from different tribes in Nigeria, preferring to live in Oyibo. And because of the high cost of rent in Port Harcourt,
And Obiakpo.
Oyibo is a close proximity to Port Harcourt. So people prefer to stay in Oyibo, build houses in Oyibo. So now, because of lack of town planning have made people build houses indiscriminately. Make no mistake about it. Because government have not gazetted, this is residential area, this industrial area, this is this.
Are you sure of that the government doesn't have a plan, whether at the local or state level, that designs where residential areas should dwell in Oyigbo local government?
Now,
because that would be almost unbelievable.
I understand that Oyigbo local government is gazetted into Greater Port Harcourt City Development Master Plan, a plan that is not visible for Oyigbo people to see. Now, that's why they have activities there. Greater Port Harcourt City Development Master Plan. They have activities there. You know, at the time when it was created, Oyibo Man was the sole administrator. Ambassador Desmond Akao was the sole administrator of that agency. Now, the issue is, a lot of time I think project allocation is given to the Greater Port Harcourt City Development Master Plan Authority and area. But it has not gotten to Oyibo, which we know was gazetted into it. So, and even internal roads are in the worsening deplorable condition. Yeah. These places where you see flood ravaging people is flash rain flood. So you get it very well. These are floods that when it rains, the flood have nowhere to go. It remains with the people.
Until it dries up.
And do you know what? Let me tell you. It takes like 4 months for this flood to dry during the rainy season. That is to say, as it is now, a lot of homes, people have left their homes, and it's not exaggerated. I don't exaggerate. People have left their homes, abandoned their home for the flood. A lot are still struggling inside the flood, being beaten by dangerous reptiles like snake and all that. Yesterday, I got information last night, around that kind 10 in the night. Somebody around where they call Graceland called me that his fence just fell. And the soccer pit just fell because his house is already inside the water and he's managing to stay there. And it's an elderly man, he has children, he has a wife there. He said he has nowhere to go. So he's inside the flood. I have not gone to check. He just called me late last night. So I'm supposed to go there this morning, if not for this interview. So that is how precarious, how dangerous, how unbelievable, how nightmare.
In the midst of all of this, sorry to interrupt you, though.
Like, yeah?
Yes, I understand the place of the state government, but over the years, what has the local government been doing, especially with how you've described the problem? It's a developmental one.
Yes.
It's one that requires proper planning and infrastructure in place. So what has local government administrations over the years been doing in Oyigbo?
Well, you know, I don't have the capacity to hold brief for them.
No, you're not holding brief for them, but you live there.
Yes.
So what kind of projects do they embark on? How do they utilize the funds that come in with regards to infrastructure and development, knowing that the fundamental problem now in Oyigbo is not even now, it's been on for years, is the flood. And it's one that can be solved with proper infrastructure. So what plans and what have the administrations of the past, let's even go to about, let's say 20 years or 15 years, what have they been doing in Oyigbo all this time with the funds that come in to try to address this problem?
That's why I have told you that Oyigbo local government has no drainage master plan, has no development master plan. And you can take this to the bank. When you're telling them, tell them Victor Okpute said it. If we have drainage master plan, maybe it should have been in the gazette of maybe the local government for them to continue building drainage systems in some of these areas that are flash rain flood prone areas over the years, because it didn't start now. So if you have like 99
So when they build roads, they don't build drainages?
Well, which of the road did they build?
The local government chairman, none of them have ever built.
I don't think you want to hear that from me, because
I would like to hear it. You're a resident.
Then I will tell you explicitly.
So tell me what is it?
I will tell you explicitly no. They don't build road. If any of them build road, let them call and tell me they build road. Trunk C Road is a road that the local government is supposed to be building. Are they building it? I don't know. Trunk C roads, Trunk B is for the state. Trunk A is for the federal. Now, You know, a lot of time, the state government take chunk of these projects to build internal roads and all that. It has become a culture. I don't know what is happening.
So when even the state government take hold and build internal roads, do they not build drainages along with the roads?
The state government has not built internal roads, street roads inside Oyibo. Let them mention one.
For how long now?
I don't know. For all years you can mention. There is none. So no drainage system. I rated it on 99.9%. Internal roads in Oyibo local government have not been built for the first time. So you can't find drainage systems in those areas. You can't find any road in those areas. So if you have a car, to your tent, O Israel, you have to struggle at your own mercy on how to move your vehicles, because you can imagine the kind of gullies that will be happening there.
So how do you vote the chairman you vote into office? How do they, on what ground do they become chairman? Because if you are saying what you're saying, which is very injurious to anybody hearing it, the idea would be, so the leaders that you have there, you vote them second term. After first term, and then you can't see anything tangible
I will tell
with regards to infrastructure, and you still vote them second term. How do you vote them?
I will tell you for free. These leaders we have are leaders, the local government chairman and all of them. They set their administrative priorities, what they want to do. And a lot of time they don't call for town hall meetings to ask the people, what do you want?
It is the same thing we're saying. So they don't do these things that the people need, but the people still vote for them. That's the question.
So I can't accurately here say they don't do project. They do projects they choose to do.
What kind of project?
The kind of project I must tell you.
That you have seen over the years.
Without any equivocation, I will tell you. The kind of projects they build are perhaps economic projects that can yield capital for the what is it called, revenue for the local government.
So market,
all those kind of things and all that.
Lock-up shops.
Those are the kind of things they do. We are encouraging them. We know they can do it, but it's about the goodwill, the political will, and the administrative policy will, that they should include building road infrastructure. The people are suffering. Enter Oyibo local government, the urban center, enter the street, and by yourself you ask, how did people move trucks, tippers to build houses here? You see that tippers struggle to send sand to wherever they want to build house. So people struggle, and if it rains, everyone is trapped. God help you if the car you are using is a small car. Where are you even going? From where? So if it rains, if you're moving, it doesn't matter who you are. You have to remove your shoe and enter the flood to move to certain destination. And all these internal roads we are talking are in close proximity to the major road, the old Port Harcourt Aba Road. And even the road we are talking about, the old Port Harcourt Aba Road that the former governor, the FCT minister, Wike built about 2-3 years, it's not 3 years ago. He built before he says it from the office. That old Port Harcourt Aba Road, thank God for Nigeria Info. You people helped us, called his attention into it. He built it. The road has fallen. It has gone deplorable. If you go to where they call Omundino Junction, where you have the Promise fast food, those fast food around those areas. And that is the heart of Oyibo local government. You have 4 link roads there. The one going to Oyibo Express, the one going to Shell, the one going to the market, the one going to the tap area, the old Port Harcourt Aba Road. That place is a horror scene. It's a death trap. I don't know how to describe that environment. When it was very small, we kept shouting, local government can do this, you can do this, but they never did. Now it has become a nightmare. The situation is like, the place is like a horror movie site. And it will take the state government to intervene before something can be done there. And when they were building that road, we appealed to them to do a proper drainage system that has a tunnel that can move flood to Imo River, which is very, very close to that place, Imo River Canal. But they never did. What they did was they did a very narrow tunnel at that Umundino Junction. That's what they did. And that tunnel cannot carry high volume of water coming from different directions. Remember I said that it's a T-junction that has 4 major link roads. So the flood coming from different areas. And you know what? They raised the road such that the road flood
Higher than the
over.
house.
Yes, if it overflows. So usually flood used to come from some of the street into empty into the drainage along the road. But if since they have raised
This
the
is
road,
high, it now goes down.
it now has no place to go. It retrogresses. And now they have not desilted these drainage systems for a very long
On
time.
that particular
On that particular
road.
yes, state road, the Omonde North Junction. It has not, and the drainage system there is bad. They need to reconstruct that thing and do a good tunnel that is big enough so that people can access that place to clean it when necessary.
All right, Mr. Victor.
So these
We'll
are
take
the
a quick
issues.
commercial. When we come back, we'll go to the phone lines and then we'll get the reactions and then you'll respond. At the local government level, do you have a local government flood committee? That's a big question that needs to be responded to after the commercial. Good morning.
3 Nigeria Info.
Good morning. We're back and I still have my guest, Mr. Victor Okpute, with me in the studio. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. We'll go straight to the phone lines quickly. We're discussing the flooding situation in Oyigbo and the distribution of the relief materials. Before we open the phone lines, I'd like you to respond to two questions quickly as possible. Okay. The first is if you have a local government flood committee, because upon the creation of the state flood committee, the idea was that the local governments would also have their local government committees that will be liaising with the state one. And then there's the thing, they're supposed to even have a WhatsApp group. I remember at the time, the then Commissioner for Information, when I was, because he was also a part of the committee at that time. I don't know if he still is now, because he's no longer a Commissioner for Information. I don't know if he still is. But if he is, then that was what the conversation was then. And he explained that, so that's how they liaise with the people there. The people at the local government level give them information. They go back and forth. And when they are bringing things, they know that, okay, these are the people that are there to share. When they bring, those people are in charge, working with the council chairman to do what they have to do. That's on one side. On the other side, okay, let's start with this one first. So is there any of such?
Okay, that's just one question.
That's one question.
Okay, so in the moment, they just conducted the election for the local government.
They did not just conduct
2 months ago.
They did not just conduct elections for local government.
Now, for instance, in Oyibo local government, they have not set up the flood committee. And we've continued to remind the chairman to set up a committee. A few days ago, I spoke with him. He said he's going to do that in a very short time. Because the state working committee said, like you said, they need to interface with the local government flood committee. They have continued to say that it's a tripartite arrangement, federal and state and local government. So I think it's also a reminder call to the executive chairman of Oyibo local government to set up flood management control and prevention committee at the local government level to enable them interface with the state government, share data, informations, and all that with them.
What about the relief materials that was said? Because I know that the state flood committee had said relief materials will be distributed. Oyigbo was one, Okpute, I think, as another local government, and some others that were supposed to receive. And at the time, we got reports that some materials were being distributed. Has Oyigbo received materials yet?
Well, as to the best of my knowledge, Oyigbo local government have not received relief material. We only read, we went through a press statement where the state flood committee said they'll be visiting Oyigbo local government on the 19th, if I heard very well, to maybe to give the relief materials to the flood victims. But make no mistake about this. Beyond relief materials, the people of Oyibo local government, those who are affected by this devastating flood, are yearning for permanent solution. We recommended structural and non-structural approach in mitigating, managing and controlling the flood situation.
Clearly, houses would have to be destroyed. That's what it means, because you said some of them were built perhaps wrongly.
I am not saying they have not done visibility study to look at it. Now, it is for the State Management Committee, Ministry of Environment, and some other relevant agencies, urban planning, to come together and look at what can be done swiftly, quickly, to mitigate the flooding. If there are people who have built in what you could call waterways, you discuss with them, remove those buildings, so that if you want to do drainage, what would not work with
flash floods are happening in Falga and Obiakpo. Go to the Odili area. There are many houses that are owned by the
high and mighty.
So, and they've not been able to afford them. There are churches that are built on waterways in this local government and others that have not been. They are. You can name it. So, are you confident that if it comes to that, there is a will to do that?
Of course, the people are looking for solution. If government have a proper discussion with those who could maybe they identify as those who built in waterways, they can discuss with them, remove those properties, and solve the problem once and for all. And places that are low hill area, if they can build dams like it was built in Akwa and some other areas that will receive this water, they build it. Set up a drainage system master plan project for Oyibo Urban City Center, because they know, every state governor in Rivers State knows that Oyibo is densely populated. So why is it that there's no urbanization plan for the local government, especially the urban city center? So that is the reason why the infrastructure is in a deficit form, and it looks like nobody cares about it. It's terrible. So when they bring the relief material, I think they will liaise with the local government chairman and, of course, the flood committee, which I know the local government chairman may form any moment from now. I don't hold brief because I am not in the capacity to do so. But I know they have been talking. And he, in a very short time, has obligation to form that committee so that they can work hand in hand with the state.
All right, let's go to the phone lines and take a few calls. You can watch us live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. As Greta Bali says, is watching from Nasarawa State. Balogun Ayobami says is watching as well. Matthew Maniakachi is online. Emediong says, please, we are affected by the flood and nothing is going on. No government support whatsoever. Send in your thoughts. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007. Now, the big question is, are you satisfied with the performance of council chairmen, especially the council chairmen in areas affected by the flood? Are you satisfied with their performance and their response to the situation? That is the big question. Let us hear what you think. Again, 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003 and 0817-923-0007. You can also join us on WhatsApp. Send in your messages. 0809-030-6416. Someone says there are the leaders that will abuse the presidency. Presidency's negligence when they are equal enemies to their fellow locals at the local level after collecting allocations. Even the economical attention they give to the locals are for their own interest. Nothing to give to the people sacrificially as leaders. It's a big shame. It beams. Lady Yu says, your guest is 101% right. Oyigbo has no master plan. Trust me, that accounts to 80% of what is causing the flood in that area. Okay, Robin, let's start with you in a chair before we go to more messages. Hello, Robin. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, Ifiemi Andrew, my brother.
Okay, Robin, go ahead.
Good evening to our guest.
Go on.
Yes, the question you asked, let me start from there. Whether the local government, you have their committee, flood control.
Whether you are satisfied with their response to these flood situations in those local governments affected by the flood.
The answer is very clear. How can the local government have a committee? When the state has failed, what we need to have is not committee. We need to have SEMA, State Emergency Agency. Do we have it in the state? The answer is no. We have been shouting, we have been talking, government after government. Why is the state government shying away from setting up State Emergency Agency? Not this ad hoc committee. Then, come to talk of it. I said the last time the committee failed, this year they're going to fail, they already failed. Let me tell you, Andrew, when INEC want to conduct election, all the political parties are there. This is CBN, when the materials are brought, sensitive materials and things like that. And when they are distributing it, they distribute it evenly. So what stopped the state committee when they were distributing this collective to the affected area to take cognizance of Oyibo? This is part of the names mentioned for the disaster. Why should I not see they have to raise the lamp to put before they now remember to see them? You see that if they have hazard arrangement, it's not going to work. Even this year, it's not going to work. Next year, the country is not going to work except they set up SEMA. Thank you. Good morning.
All right. Thank you, Robin. Muriel in Okrika. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes,
Good
Muriel.
morning.
Good morning. Muriel, there's a beep. You might have to call us back. Yeah, okay. Go on, Muriel. Yes, we can. Go on.
Okay. Well, I give your guest as well.
Thank you. Good morning.
I remember a long time ago, not so long, River State was dragging this Oyibo with, is it Aba or one of these states? And we were saying, oh, Oyibo is in River State. Oyibo is here now. Eventually, now River State, Oyibo is now one of the children, of River State. And I wonder why you struggle, to adopt or to get a child when you don't even have any intention of fostering, or caring for that child. Oyibo is one of the local government that has been left behind, abandoned. I don't know why they don't remember. Is that something that is making them forget that local government? I don't understand. And so they said it's a very serene environment. Remember, to be precise, was it last week Thursday? Jude on a 9 o'clock show, he talked about Oyibo. And I said, I was fortunate to call in, and I said, they should look first. I know we all need the state government to come, but where are their local government chairmen, their councillors? And fortunately, luckily, your guest is talking about it. They've not been working. It is unfortunate. Their own sons don't even love their own local government. They don't even have any intention to improve. They just come in and they give them a lot of money. I think the only people should come to a resolve that they will not, henceforth, they will not vote any local government chairman anymore until there's a change.
All right, Muriel, thank you. We have to move on. We have to manage that because there's a beep in the background and there's nothing we could do about it. Victor and Rumo Krushi, good morning.
Okay, Ifiemi, good morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you ask this question, what are the local governments doing? Is it the one that we elect or that the one that is elect? Because the only local government that you can have that can think about the people is the one that you elect, the one the people elect. Not those ones that, all these people that enter government house through back door. What did you want? They see, there is nothing like political will. Because those people just on their own, they select them into those positions. Okay, look at what is happening in Abia State. Is it not because the people will was like people they elect the governor? So presently he has to work for the people. But this very one, they select them into those places. So you keep asking me, every time I don't want to call this, but every time you keep asking this question, I want to reply you that these people were not elect. They enter through back door. So there is nothing, they don't have any business to do with you. When you talk about local government, see, if you go into Oyigbo, you will pity those. I don't know if you have been there before. If you go to Oyigbo, just like that guy is saying there, if you enter Oyigbo, you cry for, you wish for human beings. Sometimes I even ask myself, is it where human beings stay? No road, nothing. But I learned that there is local government chairman there. So these people don't ask this question because whether you like, okay, look at them. How many of them accept to come to radio station? They will not come because they are afraid of what you ask them and what the people will ask them. What will they say? What will they have to say? These people are just there for their own interest. That's why you see them, if they go and commission the uncompleted market, that they just, or you see them going there with different kinds of radio station and the rest of them are cameras just to deceive themselves. Forget about this.
All right, Victor, thank you. We're already out of time. Emmanuel, if you can, in 1 minute, please.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes, if you can, in 1 minute. Emmanuel from Oyigbo, go ahead.
Yes, your case in the studio is 100% sure. 100% correct. I'm calling from Oyibo. The people, the flood here is disturbing us a lot. That's railway axis. You go there, you see fine houses. People are no more living there because of the flood. And the state and the local government chairman is not doing anything. How can he live in Port Harcourt and be governing people in Oyibo? He doesn't come out, he doesn't talk. Unlike Eche logo, you see him talk on social media, you see him talk on radio every day. People keep talking about, but our own, he doesn't talk anything. Nobody know him. So please, it's not a matter of we did not elect him. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything.
He shouldn't say so.
We are not doing it to spoil anybody's government. But that is not the reality we are facing here.
All right, Emmanuel, time will not allow us. We have few seconds. He says the council chairman doesn't stay in Oyigbo. True or not?
That's not correct. He's from Oyigbo.
No, he not say he's not from. He said he doesn't stay.
He stays.
In Oyigbo.
He has a house in Oyigbo.
It's not that he has a house. No, not that he has a house. This is my office. If my office is where I work, I'm always there. So does he stay where he works?
The executive chairman of Oyigbo local government stays in Oyigbo, in Okpute and Doke, in his community. That's where I come from. Okay. So he stays in Oyigbo. Having said that, I will also correct his impression.
You have 10 seconds.
The chairman was elected. he was elected. So
he said we didn't vote. So perhaps
no,
we didn't
he was
vote
voted.
for him.
The chairman
Maybe
voted for
him,
local government.
maybe him didn't vote for him.
That's for him, but the chairman was
All right.
voted.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Victor, for your time. We have to wrap it up here.
Okay. I had to thank Nigerian Info.
Thank you. We thank you too, but we have to go for a commercial. Have a great day. Hello, Port Harcourt is next. Good morning.